We're looking at S&P 500 and mini futures. I'm going to be sharing with you a scalping session for price action trader. The structure of the market right now indicated bearish trend with the break and a new extreme. Price action is still quite bearish because we're back below the exponential moving average, but because we had a break and a new extreme, I wasn't really looking to sell just yet. I want to let price action to correct a little bit more. You can see the structure still getting rejected by the EMA. We are creating the second leg down, so there can be additional stronger channel, but as of right now, I'm respecting this structure and waiting for market to unfold. Okay traders, I'm observing a possible wider uptrend. First two swings here, we have visual two-legged pullback, some support. So if we have high-low confirmation setup, I would consider buying the high-low here. Alright traders, so we have the high-low confirmation setup, but it's very close to these highs. Also not fully touching the EMA. I was hoping for high-low to form a little bit lower. It can still push through and trap all the sellers, but I just cannot buy it quite high like this. I wanted to form it a little bit lower, but this was visual two-legged pullback. Now the signal bar was a little bit weak, so that kept me away. Once those two legs are so broad, this is where you take a look at here. You can see two swings at the bottom. This swing is confirming it, and had we had better bar, I would have been considering buying here. Our channel keeps holding. We have a break of a channel, so we expect new extreme, and you can see there was a spike in volatility. This is because the news came out, high impact news, so you don't want to be taking the setup right around the news because there can be spike in volatility. You can get whipsaw, it can hit your stop loss, go where you thought it was going to go, so it's never worth it to be trading right around the news. So I'm waiting this area out, but it's nice to see our channel is getting confirmed. Let me see if I draw a little bit wider the channel. The wider channel is also quite tempting, so I'm going to be observing the price action if there's a possibility for wider channel. Right now I have a break and a new extreme. The overshoot was not really behaving as you would expect because we have large two-legged pullback, push above EMA. The trend line is holding, but we have congestion, horrible bar, so I'm not going long. I would like to see push above EMA, out of the congestion and possible high low. Other than that, I'm just respecting this correction because it is too congested right now. Right traders, so we have a second entry short, but the signal bar was bullish doji followed by inside bar. So I'm expecting a lower high confirmation setup because the downtrend needs to get new extreme. I adapted to break new extreme because this price action was a little bit haywire after the news. And right now you can see the downtrend is working lower. We need to get new extreme. The signal bar was really bad and I didn't like taking inside bar, not fully below EMA. Right now we have a downtrend with the break, new extreme. Large two-legged pullback measured move. Strong bullish spike above EMA started a bullish trend. And as a trader, I expect for this trend to get new highs, so I would like to get a second entry long to get a new extreme. There were two good two-legged pullbacks, but unfortunately, the signal bars kept me away. So let's see if we can this time get a nice second entry long because this uptrend needs to get new high. Uptrend has a break. We have a two-legged pullback down. Downtrend played out with new low, indicating bearish depletion. So right now, if we push above EMA, I'm going to be expecting new high for this bullish channel because correction played out. Push above EMA would signal the bulls that want to see this new extreme are in the market, and I would be looking to go long, following the trendline rule, creating new high. Right here, so I'm resuming the video as I'm going to take a second entry long, a little bit deeper limit order. Actually, I'm going to place it even one tick lower, so I have room to scalp out before these highs. This was quite a big bar. So I hope there's going to be a retracement. We have a new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long, EMA rejected. It indicated very strong momentum, the trend is up, but I really want to make sure I'm using a deeper limit order so I have still room to scalp before these highs. Of course, we need to get filled here. All right, and we can see that the price action created the 2-point scalp, so we missed the setup and now I have to cancel the order. Alright traders, so we have potential, not a second entry long, but we have doji below EMA. There's a chance that the downtrend is going to be wider, so I'm not going to be taking this, and lo and behold we can see it may not even trigger, so I would need some stronger setup here, so definitely not going long above this doji right here. Alright traders, so I'm resuming the video again because as I finish talking about this, we have massive bullish bar, so if this bar will get a trigger, I will definitely consider buying above this bar because great momentum, back above EMA, structure is still uptrend, but it needs to get a trigger above this bar high here. So the second entry long didn't trigger properly, and the high-low confirmation setup is the bearish bar. I cannot go long just yet. Alright traders, resuming the video because we have new low of the correction. First attempt by the sellers, second attempt by the sellers. We have a second entry short failure. EMA keeps holding. I'm going to chase it just by one tick because I can see price action is going higher like this. So you have a failed second entry short, EMA keeps holding. And unfortunately, we may get unfilled here again. We are getting very unlucky with the fills today. Wow, it was even tech congested, so I was being quite aggressive, but you can see how context is strong here. And now I just have to cancel because the scalp was made. We have a second entry long here. We have a new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long at the exponential moving average, at the trend line, at the key entry point. My stop loss goes one tick below the signal bar. I'm scalping 8 ticks, 6 contracts here, and leaving 1 contract as a runner in case market continues working higher. We have a break of a channel, so I expect new high, or I suspect the break is so tiny there can be a slightly wider uptrend. I will reconsider base how this push higher is going to develop. Right now I'm looking for a small scalp because we're at the key entry points. The correction phase is ending here, so this is where all the smart buyers should start jumping into the market. And because this trend is quite strong, I figured that it's okay for me to take a risk at this particular area. If it wasn't for the key entry point, I would not be going long here. But we established the uptrend way earlier, so it's now coming into play. This is a good sign that we can catch potential beginning of the push phase. So I waited for break higher, dropped my limit order, and this right here is a new high. First entry long, pullback, second entry long. My trend line can be a little bit wider. I think it's actually small break, new extreme. Let's see if we can get the scalp here. We're halfway in, but we still need to get some momentum here. Okay, we are close. We're bouncing off my exit order, but we need to tick through. Come on. We're not early in the queue, apparently. Come on, one more tick. So we didn't tick through on the first bar, but there's still a chance we're close. We may get it now. Let's see. You hate to see it touching your order and then reversing, but the trend is still up. So I believe the stop loss was only 1.5 points, so the risk is acceptable. So we keep bouncing off our order. Okay traders, and we finally got ticked through, so I'm gonna place my stop loss to break even. I'm gonna continue pushing the runner higher if we continue working higher. So there's a matching highs, first entry long, pullback, second entry long. This is what I'm looking for. You can see there are always two-legged pullbacks in some shape or form to the key entry point. And I was trying to buy a low where the correction phase is ending. We didn't get filled twice, but fortunately on the third attempt, we got filled. So this was a second entry long at 2 key entry points, and hopefully we can get some runner. Alright traders, and our runner just got hit. We only had 1.5 points. Alright traders, so I'm gonna wrap it up with my one single trade. Today we got to witness how market transforms from one cycle into another, because we started with the trend range where you can see there are a lot of trends even inside of the trend range. And this is how you can trade a range like this when you're not sure where the key levels are. Just always try to identify the proper channel and follow the trend line rule. Look for two-legged pullback inside of a channel, or when there's a break you expect new extreme, you can see downtrend, two-legged pullback, new low, uptrend, two-legged pullback, new high, downtrend, two-legged pullback, new extreme. Now this was a little bit confusing area because the market was about to pick up and continue trending higher, just there were no good setups. And after market finally started to create series of high highs and high lows, that's when you can see there's a bigger channel being established, because the swings of high highs and high lows are so consistent, where you now have to apply the trend rules, which means you always try to identify the short-term channel, you wait for at least break or attempt to create new extreme, and then you try to buy not at the top of the push phase, but the lowest point you can find. The lower you buy, the better, even though it is counterintuitive, because this is where the correction phase will end and the brand new push phase will start. We had a break and we still expect for price action to create new extreme according to trendline rule. It took a little bit while for price action to creep higher, but slowly but surely, price action attempted to create new high and the market just now is about to close. So you can see this is the overall structure, trend range that transformed into an uptrend. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to talk to you next time and good luck with your trading.